What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here. Today I'm going to show you how to wash a roof with oxygen bleach. So we got our container of oxygen bleach. This is otherwise known as sodium percarbonate, and we're going to use it to wash this roof. So we've already cleaned off this roof with all the moss, cleaned out the gutters, made sure everything's flowing. Now we just have to treat it and kill all the spores, all the moss, algae, all the stuff that's growing on it. So we're just going to add, this is about 6 pounds. This is the containers that it comes in. You add this whole thing. Super simple. You can add any sort of surfactant. This is like chloramine oxide, but you can also add, Dawn dish soap. You can add OxyClean, laundry detergent, really any sort of surfactant. All this does is makes bubbles. So we want the chemical to be like stuck on the roof for as long as we can. We don't want it to just flow off. So that's why we want the big bubbles just flowing down the roof. So we're gonna let this kind of stir up for a few minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, and that should be the time the tank is filled anyways, and then we'll start washing the roof. All right, so we're up on the roof. All we gotta do is just coat it. So you're gonna see it pretty much instantly foams up, and that is a good thing. We just wanna gently wash the whole roof. Okay, you can already see it's starting to turn yellow. This stuff is not as strong as typical like chlorine bleach, but it still does a great job. It works a little bit slower, but it's more eco-friendly. It's not as toxic. It doesn't burn your hands, doesn't torch your clothes. So I really like using it, and it still gets the job just fine. In fact, I did the neighbor's roof last year, and it looked just the same as this one. Pretty much not a speck of moss even after a year. So this stuff, let's see, so spraying it. Pretty simple to use, honestly, cheaper, better, much more fun than using the standard chlorine bleach. But yeah, guys, ultimately this is just about adding an extra tool to your cleaning toolbox. Some customers just don't want chlorine bleach used for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like the smell, or they don't want it around their kids or pets, or they just want a more eco-friendly option. They could be located next to a creek or lake and are concerned about the runoff. This isn't to say that we don't use sodium hypochlorite, we absolutely do, but mainly for house washes and the occasional really dirty roof. But for 90% of the roofs that we do, we use oxygen bleach and have for the last year and a half, and I found it to work just as well. And like I mentioned earlier, oxygen bleach doesn't torch your clothes or burn your skin. Overall, it's just much better to work with. So if you guys want to pick some up, we have that link down below on our store. It comes in a couple different sizes, and depending if you buy it in bulk, it is similarly priced, if not cheaper, than using SH. With that being said, let's look at the final results. Here we have the roof with all the moss and such. And here is the cleaned roof. It will continue to get brighter over the next few days and weeks, and eventually look like the house next door. So definitely check out sodium percarbonate for your next roof cleaning project. Best of luck. See you in the next video. Peace.